Good morning. Hope you're having a good day today. Before we get started in our Junie B book, something fishy. Sorry, didn't mean to cover you up there. Let's go around and say hey to our friends. So we have Bijou today. And we have the fancy Miss Piggy. And we have Oliver and Bob and Shep. And Oliver just got named today by our very own Annabelle. So Annabelle, thank you for such a wonderful name. Everybody sent in wonderful names. We just happened to draw her name out of the jar. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. It was funny. And we shared some of our favorite stuffed animals in it. But let's talk about what happened yesterday in our Junie B book. We read chapter 8. And Bijou, do you remember what happened?
No, I don't.
Bijou has a gorilla hand that she likes to reach things far away with and to scare her mom with and to
Tickle.
But anyway, let's put the gorilla hand away. Let me remind you. So yesterday it said, here's what we read last, just like we would in the classroom. Grandpa Miller, do you see what I see? Do you? And then I danced all around the room. Then I clapped my hands with joy and I skipped straight over to the freezer and back again, and I reached in and grabbed it right off the shelf. So, wonder what it is. She saw something in the freezer that made her very, very excited, because we know that she's been sad because she lost Noodle the worm. She lost all his ant friends.
Boo.
She lost Swatty the fly.
They almost ate him.
And then she lost Sparkle. Who was Sparkle?
The fishy.
The fish that we see on the front that she put a leash on and dragged all around the kitchen floor. Grandma came back and grabbed that one. She wasn't looking, didn't she? Right out of the cooler. So this is chapter number 9. Let's read it. Chapter 9, My Proudest Honor. Pet day in room 9 was very exciting. There were cages with furry animals and bowls with fish. Plus, there was also a snake, a hermit crab, and a rooster. The rooster is mine, said mean old Jim that I don't like. Well, isn't that fitting that he brought a rooster? He will peck your head off if I tell him to. He'll peck your head right into a short nub. I just made a sick face, because a nub does not sound very pleasant to me. Just then, Lucille skipped straight over to me. Look, Junie B. Look at my darling riding outfit, and my hat, and my riding pants. And look, Junie B, here's a picture of my pony. Isn't my pony darling? And look at my riding boots again. Aren't they just, they are genuine rawhide, cowhide. I gave her a smile. You're a beautiful girl, Lucille. Quite a beaut, I said. Grace pulled on my arm. Junie B! Junie B! Come on! Come see Slicky! Slicky the goldfish, remember? I brought him. And guess what? I bought a brand new bowl. Come on, come see it. Just then, my teacher clapped her hands together very loud. Boys and girls, everyone needs to sit down. What an exciting day we're going to have today in room 9. We all hurried to our seats to sit down. Miss pointed to the pet table at the back of the room. All right, who would like to go first, she asked. Who would like to introduce us to their pet? Me, I shouted. And then I sprung right up out of my seat. But Miss put her hands on her hips and looked at me and said, sit down. And then she called on Crybaby William. Because Crybaby William, well, he never springs out of his seat. That's why. William walked over to the pet table. He pointed to his bullfrog named Wendell. I just got him on Saturday, said William. William is very shy. Miss smiled. Well, he certainly is a handsome bullfrog, she said. Would you like to take Wendell out of his tank for us, William? Would you like to show the children how to hold a bullfrog? Then William's face got kind of whitish and sickish. And he started sweating a lot. So that's how come Miss had to put a wet towel on his head. And she said he didn't have to hold Wendell. Then Charlotte went next. Charlotte showed us her bunny named Slippers. She carried him all around the room and she let us pet his head. Slippers smelled like stinky feet. After Charlotte came Polly Allen Puffer. He showed us his parrot named Pirate. And guys, we know Polly Allen Puffer is known for what? He's always telling Junie what? A crazy story. So he has a parrot named Pirate. In fact, his parrot's name was Pirate Pete. Only too bad for Pirate Pete because he kept on saying bad words and wouldn't stop. And so Miss had to send Pirate Pete to the office. Here's a picture of everything. You can see that's Polly Allen Puffer holding up Pirate Pete. And then there's Wendell the bullfrog. And then you can see Charlotte with her with her bunny named Slippers. And Slicky the goldfish in the background over here. And some animals we hadn't met yet. So let's just keep reading. Did you get to see the picture?
Yeah, but I still there's the bunny. Cute.
After that, lots of children showed pictures of their dogs and their cats. And Jamal, another boy in my class, he showed us his lizard that he named Gizzard. And a boy named Ham showed us his hamster that he named Elvis. Finally, I raised my hand very calm. It's nice to see you being so polite, Junie B. Would you like to go next? Miss asked. Did you bring a picture of your dog? Nope. I shook my head. Because I didn't want to bring a picture, remember? I wanted to bring a real, actual pet. Only too bad for me, because Mom said no raccoons. And then my grandma, Helen Miller, well, she stole my pet Sparkle. Plus, I lost my other pet Noodle. And then we couldn't find the orange juice. And that's how my grandpa moved over the frozen vegetables and boom, I saw a pet in the freezer. So, I put it in my backpack and, well, here he is. After that, I quickly unzipped my zipper pocket and I held up my pet for everyone to see. Fish Stick, I said, real delighted. I named him Fish Stick because, well, he's a fish stick. And then all of a sudden, room 9 stared and stared at me. And then everyone busted out laughing at once. You're such a goony bird, yelled Mean Jim. Fish sticks, they aren't pets. Fish sticks are dinner. And I felt like I was shrinking inside. But fish sticks have to be pets, right? Right, Miss, I asked. 'Cause fish sticks are fish, aren't they? And fish are pets, right? I asked. Miss put her hands in front of her face like she was hiding, and then she peeked at me between her fingers. And here's a picture. Yes, sure. Of course fish are pets, she said. And I started to feel a little better. So then fish sticks can be pets, right? Right? If fish are pets, then fish sticks are pets, right? Right? Miss just sat there like she was hiding for a really long time. And then finally she took a deep breath and stood up from behind her desk. Well, Let's see. Let's see what the dictionary has to say about this, she said. After that, she took out her dictionary and she looked up the word pet. She read to us what pet said. She said, pet, any tamed animal that is kept as a friend or a companion. Okay, she said. Now that... Oh my goodness. Now that we've read the definition, let's see. Let's see if fish stick fits the bill. And then she looked at me. Junie B, is fish stick tame or is he wild? Tame, I said. Fish stick is very, very tame. He won't even peck your head into a nub. And I gave a look over at Jim. Well, good, said Miss. And would you say that fish stick is a good companion, Junie B? Can you take him lots of places? And does he behave himself pretty well? Yeah. Fish stick can go even more places than my dog Tickle. 'Cause I can put fish stick right in my backpack and he doesn't say a peep. Miss smiled at me. And then she walked over to my table and she shook my hand. Well then, congratulations, she said. According to the dictionary, fish stick is definitely a pet. After that, she took fish stick out of my hand and she carried him to the back to the pet table. And guess what? She put fish stick right next to Slicky the goldfish. Grace! Hey, Grace, now our fishes can be friends just like us. I was delighted. And just then I heard a croaking noise. It came from Wendell the bullfrog. Then Wendell croaked even louder. And that made Slicky the goldfish jump in his water. And that made the rooster cock-a-doodle-doo. And that made Slippers thump his loud bunny foot. And then his cage door accidentally came open. And he hopped right off the table. Oh no, yelled room 9. Oh no. And then all of us chased Slippers all over the place. And he hopped and hopped until Miss caught him in the trash can. It was the most exciting adventure room 9 had ever had. And that's not the best part of Pet Day either. 'Cause at the end of the day, Miss gave out special ribbons to all the pets. And the rooster got the screechiest. And Pirate Pete got the talkiest. And Slicky got the bubbliest. And Slippers got the most rascally rabbit. And Fish Stick got the most well-behaved. Oh, I did a gasp at my wonderful ribbon. And then I shook Mrs. hand. And I shook it, and I shook it. Thank you, Miss. Thank you. And there's Junie. She's so proud. Thank you, 'cause this is the most proudest honor I've ever imagined. Miss just laughed. She said me and Fish Stick made her day. Then she gave me a big old hug, and if you ask me, a big old hug and a ribbon is called a perfect ending. And that, boys and girls, was the end of our book. So we'll have to start a new Junie B book. Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good. It's time to start our day. We're here to work and play. Good morning, preschool friends. How are you? Good. Good morning.